Welcome to Faith Covenant Ministries. For the next few moments, we want to share with you about Faith Covenant Ministries that began in the hearts of Jim and Sylvia Miley even before they graduated from Bible College. In January 1998, they launched FCM and the steps to see the vision God put in their heart years ago. Just what was exactly in their hearts?
Be a bridge to other denominations and ministries, and also we had that other umbrellas are going to pop up, and that we're going to have ministries underneath us.
Yes.
So it's really always been in our heart to do. What we wanted to do was just plant churches, and our first meeting that we had with other pastors was to really discuss getting together, contributing money so that we could raise up people and plant some new churches. And of course, Bob Evans was our first plant.
The vision began to unfold and included.
And when the Miley shared with us their vision about FCM, that was it. I'd never heard anything like it before. Didn't really know about teams. But I tell you, it was the greatest decision we ever made.
When Jim and Sylvia approached us about becoming part of the FCM team, it took us a while because it had to be a God thing, not just a good thing. And
to plant, but also just to submit under our ministry over the years.
We had always thought that God wanted us to plant churches, but we traveled for 15 years, and then Jim prayed and said, well, Lord, what would you have me to do? Would you have me to go back and pastor so that I can start planting churches? And he said, just share your vision. And it was out of relationship with these other churches. It wasn't a demand.
Through my interactions with Pete and Brother Jim Miley, that I was able to discover the call and really have that the discovery of myself, and that God had a call in my life as I was with them.
That we are valuable, that we're called. And another thing the FCM helped us discover about ourselves is that we just don't quit.
Branch out of myself and understanding an organization that's bigger than just my little church and my little ministry. Help me to see the kingdom of God in a broader and a bigger way.
What God really wanted in my life, and helped me discover that, you know, like the scripture says, I can do all things through Christ.
To have better leader meetings.
That it's much easier to work in a ministry where you have a team.
Really appreciate people a lot more and be more understanding.
Things we've seen really come to pass is that we've raised up leadership
Skills, because it has it's helping to become more organized.
it enlarged our sphere of influence.
We really saw that we can do missions overseas, and that we can impart the vision that we have to other people, and that they hook up to the vision. I think that's extremely exciting.
I had never been on a missions trip, even in the denomination. And coming to FCM, being able to travel into different mission fields, getting missions in me.
FCM's missions program has enabled us and given us the opportunity to travel to different areas of the country and different parts of the world. He's went to Africa, we've both been to Ecuador, and as our schedule begins to change, we hope to go even more places. That was a major thing in our church, that we did not have access to missions, and FCM has given us access to missions. We're a small church, but we have access to a great mission program.
And I asked the people to how many people right now want to get saved, and hundreds of hands went up.
Have even a greater mission minded type of thinking.
Be involved in something bigger than the local church. And so attending conferences is good. We meet other brothers and sisters in the United States and from around the world. It's also opened up great opportunities.
We're all connected, that we're all part of something, which I know Brother Jim says a lot. We're part of something that's bigger. We can all be effective in our different gifts but we can also come together as a body and share those with each other and just see the bigger picture.
Means of doing that, sending people to our Bible school.
Covenant Bible College, if we have a bunch of people here that do take classes at Covenant Bible College.
The Bible school, having the opportunity of having the Bible school there, of having the anointed teachers that are in the Bible school.
The classes at CBC are so affordable, and so the students really love, and the instructors are awesome.
Right.
Because you see that it's not just that we're doing things, but it's also that God gave us a vision, but it's not just for us, it's to accomplish a certain thing, and then God connects us with other people to accomplish what He's called us to do.
I think it's been an opportunity to develop more leadership skills in helping other people grow. Probably given me a little more boldness to go ahead and step out into some giftings and some areas of development.
There was more in me that God wanted to do, and Jim and Sylvia saw that in both of us. And
I think a lot has to do with relationships, so having a relationship with other ministers, having folks that can advise you, counsel you on, various things that we go through on a day-to-day basis as part of a church.
Help me see the pastoral gift in me, that I'm called to be a pastor. Not an evangelist or apostle or prophet, but a pastor. And has helped to reinforce that, secure that, strengthen that.
FCM has given me great opportunities to speak in other states and other countries.
Then strengthening churches, everyone that speaks at our conference, we see them growing year by year.
Yes. Forward to being able to train, not just train, but then to release people into ministry. So how would you do that?
What God has put in us is now enhanced when we come together with others and minister.
See that the potential that I have as a pastor and a music worship leader in my church as well, to see that that there are areas where I was weak and then areas where I could develop.
It's sort of like a ripple effect, that when that stone first goes in the water, it's a small circle, but then it keeps going further and further out, and it encompasses more. That circle gets wider and includes more.
That bridge that we talked about, or that they were talking about, showed me how to build bridges, and when you build a bridge, you don't know what's on the other side until you get there and discover it.
Really reach out to and have fellowship with other pastors, other men and women in the ministry.
We can do more together than we can do separately. We can go much further.
It shows the strength of a vision. So people buy into the vision that FCM would have. So they realize, wow, this is bigger than ourselves. So if I'm getting trained at this church, it's part of a bigger vision.
Meet wonderful people in different parts of the world and the states that become genuine friends of mine.
A lot of pastors have the same vision. And they have the same vision for raising up people and planting churches and going on missions trips so that their congregation can be fulfilled.
Friends that really love me, friends that are there with me, friends that care.
I realized that my well was deeper than I thought it was.
There's no big I's and little U's.
You too can be a part of the vision. When you connect with FCM, you'll discover
iron sharpening iron.
As one man sharpens another.
And I've learned a lot of things from the brothers and sisters in FCM, and we grow together, we work together. It's fun letting my gifts show and let other people's gifts show, and as we work together, we always accomplish more.
Jump in. The water's fine.
Real relationships.
It's kind of like gold. You discover the gold or the diamond, and then they have to be processed. And I've gone through the processes, and the more you go through the process, the shinier everything gets.
People see more in us than we see in ourselves.
And come meet real people.
They're here to support what you're doing, not to change you to do what they want you to do, but to support you in what you're doing.
We want to see people grow and be all that God's called them to be.
It's a family.
It's a family.
For more information, visit our website at www.faithcovenantministries.com or just talk with anyone in the FCM family. Be more, do more, and see more in your life and ministry through Faith Covenant Ministries.